Hi guys, this is Shahid Shah. I am here to talk about a management concept. The concept is green business. The green business or a sustainable business is an enterprise that has minimal negative impact or potentially a positive effect on the global or local environment, community, society, or economy. A business that strives to meet the triple bottom line. They cluster under different groupings and the whole is sometimes referred to as green capitalism. Often, sustainable businesses have progressive environmental and human rights policies. In general, business is described as green if it matches the following four criteria. 1. It incorporates principles of sustainability into each of its business decisions. 2. It supplies environmental friendly products or services that replaces demand for non-green products and services. 3. It is greener than traditional competition. And 4. It has made an enduring commitment to environmental principles in its business operations. Terminology. A sustainable business is any organization that participates in environmental friendly or green activities to ensure that all processes, products, and manufacturing activities adequately address current environmental concerns while maintaining a profit. In other words, it is a business that meets these needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It is the process of assessing how to design products that will take advantage of the current environmental situation and how well a company's products perform with renewable resources. The Brundtland report emphasized that sustainability is a three-legged stool of people, planet, and profit. Sustainable businesses with the supply chain try to balance all three through the triple bottom line concept, using sustainable development and sustainable distribution to affect the environment, business growth, and the society. Everyone affects the sustainability of the marketplace and the planet in some way. Sustainable development within a business can create value for customers and the environment. A sustainable business must meet customer needs while at the same time treating the environment well. To succeed in such an approach, where stakeholder balancing and joint solutions are key, requires a structural approach. One philosophy that includes many different tools and methods is the concept of sustainable enterprise excellence. Another is the adoption of the concept of responsible growth. Sustainability is often confused with corporate social responsibility, that is CSR. Though the two are not the same, Bansal and Desjardins state that the notion of times discriminates sustainability from CSR and other similar concepts, whereas ethics, morality, and norms permit CSR. Sustainability only obliges businesses to make intemporal trade-offs to safeguard intergenerational equity. Short-termism is the bane of sustainability. While CSR and sustainability are not the same, they are related to each other. Determining salaries, implementing new technology, and retiring old plants all have an impact on the firm's stakeholders and the natural environment. Green business has been seen as a possible mediator of economic environmental relations and, if proliferated, would serve to diversify our economy, even if it has a negligible effect on lowering atmospheric carbon dioxide levels. The definition of green jobs is ambiguous, but it is generally agreed that these jobs, the result of green business, should be linked to clean energy and contribute to the reduction of greenhouse gases. These corporations can be seen as generators of not only green energy but as producers of new materialities that are the product of the technologies these firms developed and deployed. Environmental sphere, a major initiative of sustainable businesses is to eliminate or decrease the environmental harm caused by the production and consumption of their goods. The impact of such human risk activities in terms of the number of greenhouse gases produced can be measured in units of carbon dioxide and is referred to as the carbon footprint. The carbon footprint concept is derived from the ecological footprint analysis, which examines the ecological capacity required to support the consumption of products. Businesses take a wide range of green initiatives. One of the most common examples is the act of going paperless or sending electronic correspondence in lieu of paper when possible. On a higher level, examples of sustainable business or green business practices include refurbishing used products. Example, turning up lightly used commercial fitness equipment for resale. Revising production processes to eliminate waste, such as using a more accurate template to cut out designs, and choosing non-toxic raw materials and processes. For example, Canadian farmers have found that hemp is a sustainable alternative to repeat to their traditional crop rotation. Hemp grown for fiber or seed requires no pesticides or herbicides. Another example is upcycling clothes or textiles, in which businesses can upcycle products to maintain or increase their quality. Sustainable business leaders also take into their account the life cycle costs for the items they produce. Input costs must be considered regarding regulations, energy use, storage and disposal. Designing for the environment, DFE is also an element of sustainable business. This process enables users to consider the potential environmental impacts of a product and the process used to make that product. The many possibilities for adopting green practices have led to considerable pressure being out upon companies from consumers, employees, government, regulators and other stakeholders. Some companies have resorted to greenwashing instead of making meaningful changes. Merely marketing their products is ways that suggest green practices. For example, various producers in the bamboo fiber industry have been taken to court for advertising their products as more green than they are. Still, countless other companies have taken the sustainability trend seriously and are enjoying the profits. In their book, Corporate Sustainability in International Comparison, Schaltiger et al. Analyzes the current state of corporate sustainability and the corporate social responsibility across 11 countries. Their research is based on an extensive survey focusing on the company's intention to pursue sustainability management, that is, motivation and issues. The integration of sustainability is the organization that is connecting sustainability to the core business, involving corporate functions using drivers of business cases for sustainability, and the actual implementation of sustainability management measures, that is stakeholder management, sustainability management tools and standards measurements. The GORT Cloud, written by Richard Cirini in 2009, documents the experiences of sustainable business in America and their reliance on the vast but invisible green community referred to as the GORT Cloud for support and a market. Green investment firms are consequently attracting unprecedented interest. In the UK, for instance, the Green Investment Bank is devoted exclusively to supporting renewable domestic energy. However, the UK and Europe as a whole are falling behind the impressive pace set by developing nations in terms of green development. Thus, green investment firms are creating more and more opportunities to support sustainable development practices in emerging economies. By providing microloans and larger investments, these firms assist small business owners in developing nations who seek business education, affordable loans and new distribution networks for their green products. An effective way for business is to contribute towards waste reduction is to remanufacture products so that the materials can have a longer lifespan. Consumers and marketing. When people are choosing to purchase goods or services, they care what a company stands for. This includes social and environmental aspects that may not have seemed important in the business in the past. Consumers nowadays are demanding more sustainable goods and services. Because of this demand, companies must focus on their environmental impact to gain consumer loyalty. Because ecological awareness can be treated as a choice of personal taste rather than a necessity, it can be method to try to increase capital from marketing standpoint. When marketing a product or service, it is important that a business is actually following through with environmental claims and not just pretending to be in order to gain customers. False advertising leads to distrust among consumers and can ultimately end a company. Greenwashing. So, the greenwashing is the idea of sustainability becoming more prevalent in the last decade. Businesses must be aware of laws surrounding it and the potential legal implications. The Federal Trade Commission, that is the FTC, Green Guides are essentially a rule book for businesses on how to avoid deceiving consumers with false advertising. This often is a problem that companies make vague or false environmental claims about a product or services they are selling. When this occurs, it can be called as greenwashing. Greenwashing can also be described as the act of over-exaggerating the beneficial effect of the product that has an environment. Companies do not follow this guide, they could be subject to legal implications. It is also important for green businesses to invest in experienced legal practitioners who can understand and can provide counsel on the FTC guidelines. So that's all about my presentation. Thank you so much for hearing my presentation and have a nice day all.